what's up, and welcome back to the channel. And I just felt like playing that for fun. If you guys recognize what that's from, comment down below and tell me if you recognize that riff. So anyway, today's video, we're going to talk about how expensive music gear has gotten, because I hadn't been on the music sites in American Music Supply or Musician's Friend or what's the other one? God, I can't think of that. Sweetwater. Yeah, I couldn't even think of it. Sweetwater. I haven't been on there in a while looking at any instruments or anything, because I've got so many guitars and amps and everything now. I'm pretty good. I'm not really trying to buy any more gear anymore. I've got a few more pieces of gear I'm going to review for you guys, but I'm kind of set with everything I need, because I'm not really gigging anymore. I'm not really doing any of that. I'm just doing studio stuff and having fun playing in the studio, jamming with people when I get a chance. Not really doing the gigging thing anymore. Music has kind of died down for me on that end of things, you know. Still writing some songs and trying to do some music video stuff like that. But other than that, you know, I haven't made a lot of videos because I'm not really buying gear anymore to review. I'm not really doing anything anymore. And I'm still trying to figure out where I'm going to take this channel. But I wanted to talk about this because this is something I wanted to talk about in 2025. Because music gear is crazy expensive now. I mean, holy crap, I can't believe how expensive. I am so glad I bought the gear I did when I bought it, because if I was an up-and-coming musician right now, I wouldn't be able to afford to buy the gear that I have now. Not even remotely think about buying anything like I have now, because it's just crazy what it is. This guitar right here, I have two of these. This is the Schecter Silver Mountain. This is the Blood Moon Red one, which I love, and then I have the silver one, which is the Silver Mountain right here. And I bought both of them because I knew I wanted those guitars, and I didn't know how long they were going to keep them around. And I was right. They're not making this model anymore. They're not putting out the Silver Mountains anymore. They stopped making them. So I'm glad I picked up the two I did when I did. They were the two colors that I wanted, and I got them. But I got them for a lot more than what they're going for now, because these guitars have jumped in price almost $200. So when I bought these originally, they were like about $1,100, and now they're like $1,300. And it's like $12.99 or something is what is listed on Sweetwater, I think is where I saw it. And I was like, holy cow. And then I just started looking at all the guitars that I've gotten over the years and all the gear that I've gotten over the years. And it's all doubled. All the music gear is doubled between $50 and $200 that I look at. Like the stuff that I look at, $50 to $200 in price. Like pedals, like normal pedals, like I have the floorboard pedals, normal pedals like that, normal little pedals. Like, let me grab one of these. Over the pedals like this stuff. Grab one of these, like these kind of pedals. Jumped up like $50 from what they were. So this pedal normally might have been $100, but now it's $150. So that's crazy to me. So I am very glad that I have all the gear. And yes, if you guys are wondering, I love Stomp Box pedals. I love them to death because they've never let me down. And I've had a lot of other things in the music industry let me down. Nothing against my Boss GT1000, because I do love that thing. And I do like multi-effects pedals like that, because you can combine it all together. You're not having to do the pedal dance, which is really nice when you're creating a full flavor effects. It's because it gets crazy when you're trying to do the pedal dance stuff. And when it came down to me running pedals on the board, I basically ran chorus, delay, and distortion, and I had a wah-wah, and that was it. That was my rig when I do Stomp Box pedals. I don't get crazy with it, and I usually set the chorus delay in the mix of my stuff, so the only thing I'm really stomping on is my distortion pedal for cleans and things, and it's a little different. I can add a little more flavor when I have the multi-effects pedal, when I go to the leads, and I dial it down more when I'm using the Stomp Boxes, but that's just from years of playing, and I don't like doing the foot thing where you're going like this all the time, but I do love Stomp Box pedals because they're solid, and I think Boss makes the best Stomp Box pedals ever. If you guys are wondering, Boss, Electro Harmonics would be my second number one. Those are my two tops when it comes to Stomp Boxes. I've had great success with them. Now, Black Star does make one. That pedal I just showed you was a Black Star, and I do love that one as well. But the gear prices are just crazy. I mean, they're just so astronomical now. I don't know how any up-and-coming musician actually can afford it. But then again, with AI, you don't need to learn how to play anything anymore. All you got to do is go into AI, type in a couple prompts, and in a matter of seconds, you have a whole song. Because AI will steal all those little clips from everybody else's music that's out there and create a song for you. They're actually literally, if you guys don't understand how that works, AI literally is stealing what's already out there, pulling little bits and pieces, and then creating a song for you. So you're actually stealing other artists' work when you use AI to create your songs. Just so you know. So a big F you to anybody that's doing that, because you guys are not musicians, you are not songwriters, you're letting a computer do it for you, and I don't like any of you that are doing that. So, and that's my personal opinion. AI sucks because it's killing the artistry of actually learning an instrument and learning how to be a creative person, because you're letting a computer do it for you and not you. So that's not creativity. That's not creativity. But anyway, that's my little rant on that. Let's get back to, maybe I'll make a video about that. I get back to the music here. I was just scrolling through and I could not believe, like, multi-effects pedals, everything. There's nothing really budget out there anymore for the budget guy. Everything has gotten expensive. And I'd say the one thing that I looked at that's still reasonably priced, if I was an up-and-coming musician, I would look at the Boss Katanas for an amp that has multi-effects built in. You can get a pedal for it. You can get, they make a pedal that goes for it. And that would be a great startup setup and gigging setup all the way around. I don't have a Katana, but I've seen Katana. I've seen plenty of videos on it and stuff, and I've talked to a bunch of people that do, and it's a great setup, and it's still not going to break the bank. But like, you can't get, like, my orange rig that I play on, this Orange Crush Pro 120, they don't make that anymore. Now they make the Super Crush, which replaced the 120, and I still want to get a Super Crush head. I'm gonna eventually pull the trigger, but it's gone up like $50 in price than for what it was. So I'm glad I have that. But like that cabinet right there, that orange cabinet, that's gone up like $100 from what it used to be. Almost, actually, it's gone up more than that. I think it's almost $200. It might be $100. It's $200 more than what it used to be. And so I look around my room and I look around at the gear that I have that I've accumulated over all my years of playing, and I'm very thankful for having it. And it's so funny because I was just talking to my wife the other day about maybe selling some of it off because I'm not really gigging anymore. I'm not doing as much as I was. And then I started looking at prices about, you know, if I ever decided to go do it again and I had to replace it, I can't replace any of this. I can't. Everything I have in this room is irreplaceable. I have so many guitars that they don't make anymore. My Paul Reed Smiths over here, these Paul Reed Smiths SE245s that I have, the two SE245s, they don't make those anymore. They make the McCarty one now. I forget what the number is, but they make the McCarty one that's the single cut. But they don't make these single cuts anymore. So I'm so happy that I have those because I love those two SE245s. So I'm glad I bought them when I did, because I keep thinking, they're not going to make those anymore. They're going to stop making those, you know. And they did. They quit making them. It's like the, I just did a tribute to Ace Frehley, and I was playing my ESP EC256 in the Sunburst, because Ace always plays he has a Sunburst. He has several Sunburst Les Pauls, and that was my tribute. Because I gave away one of my Les Pauls to a good friend of mine that's gigging right now, and he needed a backup guitar, and I just gave it to him. He's a really good friend. He's like family, and I gave it to him. Now, I do have one more Sunburst that I did keep. But it's in storage. It's kind of stored and packed away, so I can't really get to it. So that's why I didn't dig it out to do that. But I just look at some of the stuff I have. Like my Lizzie Hale signatures. They only made 3,000 of those. You can't get that guitar. Nobody's coming off those guitars. I was lucky that I got a hold of the one I got. My SXR, my bass over here, my SXR 700 bass that I have, man, that thing is just gorgeous. And, you know, even my James Hetfield guitar, I mean, that thing... that was like $18.99 new, and now they're like $2,000 for that, you know. I mean, so guitar prices have gone up like crazy, up, you know. And like these, man, I love Schecter. You guys know I'm a huge fan of Schecter. I couldn't buy any of the Schecters on my wall for what I paid for them now, not even close to it, you know. And the crazy thing is, I could probably sell these for what I originally paid for them because the prices have gone so crazy, you know. And that's one of the reasons why I was like, man, I could sell off some of my gear and then sell it for what I paid brand new for it. Because I'd be knocking $200 off the guitar and $200 off the amp or something, and I'd be getting the cost of what I paid for it. But then I was talking to my wife. I said, I can't see myself selling it. I think I'm going to die with my gear because I worked so hard to get it. I don't want to part with it. You know, I just, and coming in here and making some videos in the past couple of days and jamming some, and because I hadn't played in a while because I've been doing other stuff. I just realized why I have all this stuff, because it brings me so much joy. With all the craziness that's going on in the world, it's still nice to be able to come into my studio, sit down and play, and just relax. And music relaxes me, you know. So for you guys out there, what I want you guys to do is just tell me what you guys think about the music prices now. Can you guys afford anything that's affordable? Is there anything affordable out there that you guys are looking at? Because when I look at a lot of the amps and stuff and things like that, even the even the modular pedals, because people are getting away from amps and cabs and going to like the Boss GT1000s or the Helixes, where it's an all-in-one thing and you got amps and cabs built in and stuff. Even those have gone up hundreds of dollars from what they were. So tell me what you guys are looking at. I'd love to know what kind of gear you guys are looking for. What are you looking at? What are you using now? What are you guys using now? Because I'm still using my Boss GT1000 that I bought several years ago. If you guys want to see how to use that, I made a 3-part series on that, to really in-depth and dive to teach people how to program it and stuff. But I still have my stop box pedal set up over here as well. Currently run a Electro Harmonics metal muff on that for distortion, if you guys are wondering. I switch back and forth between my Boss Metal Zone and that, but I'm running that because I really like that. It's smaller footprint on there. So, but I got my Jerry Cantrell wah and stuff like that. But yeah, man, it's like, it's crazy, the prices. It just blows my mind, you know, seeing some of that. And maybe, you know, through this video, hopefully, maybe I scrounge up some prices to show you guys some stuff. But if I didn't, I didn't, you know, because it's just crazy. I was looking at stuff and I was just blown away at what these guitars are, what everything's going for now. What everything's going for music-wise now is just crazy expensive. And there's a few things that haven't changed. Maybe that's because that's stuff they still have in stock that they haven't sold. But with the tariffs and stuff that are going on, things are getting expensive, you know. And I'll tell you guys something about the tariffs if you're ordering overseas. Just keep this in mind, is that you're going to get a bill. So my wife just ordered some stuff from overseas, and we got a bill from the carrier, from FedEx, that they sent us a bill that we had to pay after the fact. We thought the shipper was covering it, but they don't. So you're going to get a bill. And I've got some stuff coming from overseas right now, and I'm really worried about how much the tariff's going to hit me on it, because it's going to be hefty. It's going to be hefty because depending on what country comes, some of these countries have 50% or more tariffs. You know, which means that you're going to be paying a chunk of change. You know, you buy something for $50, it could cost you $50 for the tariff, and that thing costs you $100. So I'm not sure what the tariff's going to be, because I actually have some stuff coming from Nepal, and I'm curious to see what that's going to be in the end, and what that cost is going to be before I order anything else from overseas. Which sucks for people overseas, you know, people that we get, like, you know, countries that we actually get along with and stuff. It really sucks because it just makes it harder on them and everything. And the world's just getting crazy. But I feel for you young guys. You know, I'm 55 now, and I've done a lot of my gigging and tour days are over, and I just enjoy jamming and making videos about music, and that's what this channel is for me. I've really struggled to figure out what I'm going to do with this channel, and what I'm going to do, but I really try to, a few times I thought about turning it into more of a, talking about what's going on in the world channel. I'm not political. I don't do politics. I think all the politicians suck. But I still want to keep doing music. But I'd love to know what you guys think on that too. You know, where you think I should go with the channel as far as doing stuff. And just, you know, what kind of things do you guys want to see? You know, I'm going to go back through and probably go back through and redo a bunch of videos on gear I have and kind of try to do them better than I did when I started. I got some older videos that I'd like to redo. And I'm probably going to do a bunch of stuff like that. And just work on things. But I really want this, I've always wanted my channels to be honest and true and straightforward and no bullshit. I'm not trying to sell you guys anything. I just show you what I like to play and what I like to use and what I recommend it or not. Sure. But am I sponsored by anybody? No. I got no sponsors. No sponsors. It's just me and money that I invested in my gear. And I really just try to keep this channel real. But anyway, gear prices are going crazy through the roof. If you see something on sale, I would say snatch it up while you can, because they're going to get higher, because it doesn't look like we're getting out of this tariff thing anytime soon. And if you guys find some good deals and some good sales and you want to get something, I'd probably jump on it. That's what I did when I bought these. I bought everything I have, I bought on sale at one time or another when they were running great deals on it. Like my James Hetfield guitar, when I bought that, it was brand new. And when they first came out, they ran a sale, and they were $18.99, but they ran it for $1,500. So that's when I bought that one. You know, I jumped on Sweetwater, had a big sale. They knocked off like $300 off the guitar, and I jumped on it. And that's when I bought that. And I love that guitar. That ESP, that Hetfield Signature ESP and QO Camo is freaking awesome, dude. And if you ever get a chance to get a hold of one of those, man, well worth the money. It was well worth the money to me, you know. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. You know, I'd love to hear your thoughts down below. I mean, just tell me what you guys doing, what you guys are playing with, what kind of gear are you guys looking at? Any deals that you're finding out there? Anything super cool? You guys know I'm a keep it simple, stupid guy, so I don't like all that stuff that has amps and stuff in it. I like straightforward amps and cabs like that. So, you know, that's what I'm into. But yeah, just tell me what you guys think. I'd love to know what you guys are playing. What gear are you looking at? What are you guys looking, maybe trying to pick up on Black Friday? Any of that stuff. I want to hear it. I want to hear from you guys. Just keep playing real music. Keep jamming on real guitars, real amps and stuff. Get away from this AI crap, because AI is bad. It's the devil incarnate. I don't care what you say. AI is going to be the downfall of the world if we don't wake up. I mean, AI is crazy. And if you guys have dived in to see what's going on in AI, It's nuts what's going on there. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys. I guys hope you enjoyed the video. Questions or comments, drop them down below. Like I said, if you guys can tell me what that intro was, what I was playing, where that came from, that would be cool, because that'll also age you guys out and tell me how old you guys are. But anyway, I appreciate all you guys that have been staying with the channel and following the channel and supporting the channel. I really do. It's been growing organically, and that's what I like. I'm not getting it. People that end up subscribing stay subscribed to my channel, which I really like. And I just trying to put out good content and just be honest with you guys about stuff. I will tell you, this guitar right here, these Schecter Silver Mountains, are freaking phenomenal. And if you have a chance to find one of these and get a hold of these, if you guys are a rock guitar player, even if you're not, you can play blues or anything. But man, these guitars are freaking phenomenal. So if you can snatch one of these up at a good price or a used one, I would do it. That's my sales pitch for you, because I love Schecter. And I'm not sponsored by Schecter. I just love Schecter. I've been playing them ever since they started releasing guitars. And I love them. And I have a pretty decent collection that I'm never parting with. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys. Appreciate you guys watching. We'll see you guys on the next video.